Are you an African who is considering going to the United States or Canada or Australia or the United Kingdom or any of the Western countries to pursue graduate school or undergraduate school? Maybe you want to come for your bachelor's or your master's or your PhD, but just the thought of it can be very overwhelming. Maybe you started the process, but you found the demands to be too overwhelming and you stopped. You were looking for someone to guide you, someone who has trodden on the same path that you are about to tread, but you didn't find anyone. If you are like that, let me tell you, you are not alone. There are a lot of people, intelligent, smart people from Africa who have good qualifications to get accepted in their dream colleges like Harvard or Yale or Princeton or MIT or Stanford or Cambridge or Oxford, you name it. But they did not start the process simply because they did not know how to go about it. If you are like that, I want to share good news with you. More than 10 years ago, I was in that same position. I had the dream of coming to the United States to apply to my dream college, but I did not know how to go about it. And even when I started on my own, the process, I found everything to be overwhelming. From writing statements of purpose to sending call emails to the application fees to thinking about scholarships, applying for financial aid, and all those details, they were just overwhelming because no one was there to guide me. And for this past 10 years, I have been in the United States and I have been able to do not just one graduate school, but I completed two graduate degrees. And from that experience of being in the United States for 10 years now and having completed two graduate schools, one of which is from one of the top rated universities in the world, one of the Ivy League schools. Because of that, I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Seth. I'm originally from Nigeria. Just as I said, I came to the United States 10 years ago to pursue graduate school here, and I was able to do that and I achieved that and I accomplished great things. And over the years since I graduated, even before I graduated, I have been helping a lot of people to apply to schools here. For instance, I have helped people to get admissions to Harvard, not one, not two, not three people, to get admissions to Harvard, to Boston University, and I can go on to tell you the number of people I have helped to get not just admission to their school, to their dream school, but with good scholarship packages. And I decided to make this video to talk to someone like you. If you are from the continent of Africa, first of all, maybe you are watching this and you're not from Africa and you're wondering, why am I emphasizing Africa? I'm emphasizing Africa because that is where I'm coming from. And I know there are a lot of people that look like me that are in the same position. But I'm willing to talk with anyone, even if you are not from Africa. But my major focus is to help people from Africa who want to come to various schools here, who are looking to come for their PhD or for their master's or even for their undergraduate school, but they do not know how to go about that. If you're one of those people, make sure you watch this video to the very end because I will give you some tips and I will share my email with you that if you think this is something you want to do, of course, there are financial implications to this, but if this is something you want to do, send me an email. We schedule a Zoom call and we start talking about the modus operandi of your application process. If you decide this is something you want to do and you send me an email, we will schedule a time, a Zoom call, a free Zoom call with you about an hour to just talk about who you are, to just get to know you, your qualifications, your GPA, which school you graduated from, which school are you thinking of applying to, what program are you thinking of applying to, and that type of thing, just to get the vibe of your candidacy. And I will be very frank with you in that call to tell you maybe you are underestimating yourself or overestimating yourself. and I will give you the right counsel. And if I think probably I'm not willing to work with you, or you are not the type of candidate I have, I will frankly tell you, and for no cause on your part. But if there's something, I consider you someone that is competitive, someone that stands a chance to not just get good admission to good school, but good scholarship package, then we'll take it from there. I have packages, I have different packages of how I help and guide people to get admission. Some of the things we'll be doing if we decide to sign this contract of me helping you throughout this journey. The admission season has just opened. Many applications are opening right now. So if this is something we later agree that we'll do, and you make your financial commitment to the entire process, there are different packages. There is a package that I call the basic package, that I will just give you tips, and I will allow you to go and do your own thing. I will just give you an overall tip, and this is how to go about it. This is how to write call emails. This is how to write your SOP. This is how to write uh, recommendation letters and all those things. And you just go and do it yourself, DIY. But there is also a premium package that I will guide you from the beginning of the application to the very end until submission. And even after submission, the journey has just begun. I will be there to guide you about other things that relate to that. So let me just run through briefly some of the things that make very good candidates from Africa not to get admissions to competitive programs and universities here in the United States or Canada or the United Kingdom or anywhere else they want to go. The first and the most important thing is the statement of purpose. And many people don't know this. There are a lot of intelligent people that are applying to these schools, but they do not understand the nitty gritty of writing statement of purpose. Some will call it statement of intent. Some will call it personal essay. It doesn't matter whatever name is used. That is the key component of your application. It is not even your GPA in the strictest sense. It is your statement of purpose. And what is statement of purpose? I will be doing future videos to just talk about each of these components. But briefly now, a statement of purpose is your personal story. It is you selling yourself to the admissions committee. Think of it as a business pitch. You are pitching yourself. You are telling them, this is who I am. These are the things I have accomplished. Therefore, I'll fit into your program. I'm a competitive candidate. If you do not take me, you are going to lose. So it is you telling a story, a very compelling story, to persuade the admissions committee to pick you among hundreds, if not thousands of other applicants for a very few slots. So if you decide to sign up for this program with me, and we go into this, I will guide you from A to Z. Of course, I'm not going to write the statement of purpose for you because that would be illegal, but I will guide you through every step. I do editing. I will tell you that should not go that way. I will interview you. I will hear your personal story. I will tell you which angle to write your statement of purpose from, that type of thing, until I see at the end of the day, I am satisfied with your statement of purpose. And here's something. In my opinion, you may probably not find this anywhere in the internet, but from my personal experience of helping other people gain admissions into Harvard and some of these very good colleges with good scholarships, one thing I can tell you is that with a degree of certitude is about 70%, if not more. I'm just trying to be conservative with those figures. About 70% of your admission decision lies on the quality of your statement of purpose. I have seen people, even to Harvard, that I have helped to get there. They didn't have the best of GPA, they had like average GPA, but they got in because of the quality of their statement of purpose. So I'll be talking about this in future videos, but I just wanted to say if you sign up for this program, that is one of the things you will expect me to do, to guide you, to edit. We'll keep going back and forth with you, writing, crafting a compelling story until I see. From my personal experience, I can say it doesn't matter which program you're applying to, whether you're applying to computer science or you're applying to religion or economics or whatever. It doesn't matter the field. It's about telling a story, a compelling story. So that is one of the things you will expect in this program. Another thing that may not be that very important, but I will just say it here, is writing call emails, especially if you are coming for graduate school, like master's and most importantly, PhD. You will want to start sending emails to your professors you will want to work with, professors that are powerful in that department. Sometimes people do not even know how to craft these emails. They are called call emails because on the most part you may not get a reply, but sometimes it all depends on how you write the email. If you write a very good email to professors, these professors that are crazily busy, that do not know you, chances are that they will start replying you and you start going back and forth. And that leaves an imprint in their mind when it comes, when you finally submit your application, they will say, yeah, I remember that. And you will reflect that in your statement of purpose. You will say, well, from my conversations with so professor, and the feedback he kept giving me or she kept giving me, uh, you know, I think that I stand a chance, right? So the feedback they kept giving me, I think I stand a chance. So it's not that on the radar of things, it's not the most important thing, but I just needed to say that. So it's part of the things I will be guiding you to do. Another thing is recommendation letters. Yes, recommendation letters are highly confidential. You are not supposed to know them. You are not supposed to know what is written in your recommendation letter, but you are supposed to tell your recommenders what to tell them. This is what I want you to talk about me, right? So you shouldn't feel you shouldn't be shy about that. Most times, sometimes, even if you have a very good statement of purpose, if the admissions committee reads your package, the first thing they look at is your statement of purpose, not even your GPA. If it is very persuasive and compelling, the next thing they want to look at are your recommendation letters. Do they corroborate what is in your statement of purpose? But most times, especially from with all due respect to our professors back in Africa, most of them do not know how to write recommendation letters. They are experts in their fields, they are intelligent, but they do not write. They are usually very conservative in writing recommendation letters, and sometimes they write weak recommendation letters that do not sell the candidate. And even if the candidate has very good statement of purpose and other things, they don't get into these programs just because of ignorance. So these are things I will guide you. I will tell you what to tell your professors to write and that type of thing. The angle, not specifically, not that you will see, not that you will do anything illegal, but it is not a crime for you to tell your professor, are you willing, before they even write recommendation letters for you, you ask them, are you willing to sell a very compelling story about me? So I will guide you with that if you decide to sign up to this program. Another key component of the application process are the required tests. Not every program will require that you submit a GRE or GMAT test, but some of them do, especially in the sciences. So those are things I will also offer counsel. I'm not going to take the test for you, but I will give you recommendations. How do you write a GRE, right? If you're not familiar with that type of test, how do you write it? When do you write it? Where do you write it? And all those other things. So I'm not going to belabor the point on this because this does not apply to all application packages or to all programs of interest. If you decide to work with me, another thing I will do is maybe you are thinking of going to Princeton, or maybe you are thinking of going to the University of Chicago or Boston University or University of New Hampshire or Vanderbilt University, University of Notre Dame, you name it. But if I interact with you and I think maybe you will get into Harvard that you have not even thought of, maybe you are intimidated by that name and you think, well, I will not apply to Harvard because I do not, So one of the things I do is I will help you to find the best fit for you, the best program and the best school. This can go either way. Probably you are thinking of applying to a very high rated university, but I look at your story, I look at your GPA and the things you have accomplished, and I will say, let me just give you my honest advice. I don't think you should apply to this school, but if you apply to this school, which can give you good, results as well, you have a better chance, right? So I also will help you in finding the best school and the best program and the best fit for you, especially in dealing with scholarships, financial aid that many people that I know are like me, applying from Africa, may not necessarily have the wherewithal to come and pay for these expensive programs. So that is one key component. I will work with you in not just finding the best program and the best school, but also the best financial aid package. This is not very important as it were, but I will just mention it nevertheless. Is sometimes you want to apply, some of these people that want to apply do not even have the wherewithal to pay for their application fee. Maybe where you're currently working, your salary is not up to your monthly salary is not up to what they are asking you to pay for the application fee. Some of the programs will tell you to pay $250 application fee, right? Some will say pay $100 or more. But there are application fee waivers in most of these programs that many applicants do not even know, right? So I will also give you tips on how to. Not every program gives application fee waivers, but I will give you tips to look at. We'll work with you to look at. Well, it all depends whether you have chosen the basic package I'm selling you or the premium package. That will determine what I am able to do. Remember, I said that at the beginning of this video. But nevertheless, that is one of the things I do, especially for the premium package. On the overall, I will guide you and make sure that when you are submitting your application, I will guide you from the beginning of the application process. Like this season, we may start in August and until you submit your application in October or November or whatever the deadline is. Of course, I am working with a lot of other people too, but I will try to commit myself to see that if you have to work and collaborate with me, of course, no laziness. If you commit to it, you have to work for it because time is very important for everyone. So I will guide you from the beginning of the application to submission, especially if you have chosen the premium package. And that way, when we are submitting, we know that we are submitting something that stands the chance to be one of the competitive packages, application packages for the community to review. One guarantee I can give you, if I look at after the first Zoom call and I look at your qualifications, your achievements, and all those things, I can't give you 100% certainty that you're going to apply, you are going to get in, but I can probably give you 90% certainty, right? I can say this will give you 90%, 92%, 80%. It all depends on the strength of your candidacy. I'll be able to tell you like this particular package, and of course at some point I will bring some of the people so that this doesn't sound like I'm saying something from the air. I'll bring some of the people I have helped to get into Harvard. Some of them have graduated or to some of these prestigious schools and programs. Some have done masters, some are doing PhD and what have you, so that you will just hear their personal testimony. So I am really dedicated in this. I have experience in this, believe you me. If you want to consider this, here is my email. Admission Expert. Admission is spelled Admission. Expert is spelled XPAT. You will see it on the screen at gmail.com. I'm displaying that right now on the screen. Admissionexpert@gmail.com. Just send me a personal email. I'm not giving you my phone number at this point. If you send me an email, then we start a conversation. Introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from. What is your intended program, the program you want to apply. Just give me some brief. It doesn't have to be a lengthy email. Then I will look at it and I will respond to you. I'll reply you. And from there, we'll schedule a free Zoom call, look at the options, and after that, we take it from there. Remember, this is not a free thing. The Zoom call is free, but after the Zoom call, I'll tell you the monetary implications for this. If it is something you are able to do, you do. If it is not something you will do, that will be the end. But the Zoom call is free and it's about an hour. All right, I will come again your way with other tips. I will be doing short videos, just introducing some components of the application process. I will just be doing these videos. I will do a video about statement of purpose, writing call emails, and financial aid packages and all those things. But the videos you will be seeing on YouTube are nothing absolutely to be compared to if you sign. I will just be giving just general tips, but if you are working with me directly, then you will be able to not just see some of these tips. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that give these tips, right? But if you're working with someone directly, a mentor, a coach, they guide you in the nitty gritty of these things, not just telling you information. All right. And in case you want to continue to see content of this nature, if you're new to this channel, I will encourage you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. Share this video with people that you know may be interested in this. And let me also say that even if you are not an African and you come across this video and you are like, can I reach out? Absolutely. Reach out to me. Send me an email if you're an American or you're from Asia, wherever you are from, and you want to work with me. This sounds like something you want to do. I'm not an exclusivist. I'm not saying it has to be an African, right? Business is business, but my passion is to help people from Africa. It doesn't mean I can't. Other people are excluded from this. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Take care.